We are all really eager to discuss various wide subjects for which this Sustainable Development Goals and dealing with climate change, DSDS, is happening. Dr. Pachauri, we as India and the world actually, the community is really proud of you for your dedicated work you have carried out for years together as a chairman of IPCC. Dr. Arnold Schwarzenegger, you are in the movies action hero, but on ground also in California, the way you have taken people along in and changing habits in US about energy consumption is not that easy as is looks here, but you did it. So you are action hero on ground also, and therefore we are very happy that you are here. Fabian, if the Paris Agreement, and I'm very hopeful that it will have a very smooth passage and a new protocol will emerge out of Paris, if that happens smoothly, the main factor behind it will be Fabius. He is fabulous, and we are very great friends. My senior minister, Suresh Prabhu, actually he introduced me to the environment 7, 8 years ago, and I went from places and I could realize that, never knew that I will be heading the environment ministry, but I was interested in all these issues of environment, climate change, and forest, and all other initiatives. So today, our Prime Minister, and as Schwarzenegger has said, he is a man of action again, because the world started seriously discussing about the climate change after the then Vice President of the USA, Al Gore, presented the very powerful documentary and the book called Inconvenient Truth. And that shook the conscience of the world. So if that is the inconvenient truth, what Narendra Modi did as a chief minister in Gujarat for 12 years, his hands-on experiences are penned down in a book called Convenient Action. So if there is an inconvenient truth, we can still have convenient action to mitigate the challenge presented by the climate change. And here is the message of the Prime Minister, which I like to read out. I'm happy to learn that the TERI is organizing DSDS 2015 on the theme Sustainable Development Goals and dealing with climate change. In order to be effective, our efforts at poverty eradication and sustainable development must take into account the challenges posed by climate change. I am of the firm opinion that India should view the current global focus on climate change as an opportunity to decisively change the quality of life of its citizens. We should also work towards shift on emphasis from carbon credit to green credit, which takes into account initiatives towards clean energy generation, energy conservation, and energy efficiency. All put together is a green credit. I hope the deliberations of DSDS will lead to fruitful and productive outcomes. I wish the organizers and participants all success. Narendra Modi. Today, we are discussing very important issues on a very peculiar backdrop. First is that 2015 summit of DSDS is different because it is taking place at a historic turning point with 3 main global events coming up this year. First, MDG's tenure will end in 2015, and SDGs would be agreed in UN summit in September 2015 to carry forward unfinished agenda of MDGs. The second, new UN climate protocol will be agreed in Paris in December 2015. And third, the crucial UN Finance Development Conference in Addis Ababa to consider financing of sustainable development is taking place in July. So this year, the whole full year is climate negotiations year, and I hope that the world will deliver. SDGs is what we desire. But SDGs have to be differently placed for different targets for different countries taking into account the inequities in which we live. All countries are at different stage of development, and therefore sustainable development goals cannot be one uniform fits all. It has to be different for different countries, but our progress has to be towards achieving the full SDGs and complete the unfinished agenda of MDGs. Because Millennium Development Goal period will be over, but still there is unfinished agenda. We have marched very much on the road to achieving the MDGs, but still various countries are at different stages, and they must be given finance and other help to carry out their MDG goals also. But the world has also witnessed a tremendous prosperity in last couple of decades. We have grown, we never expected the way we will grow with this speed. But that growth has also brought us a scenario where there are inequities also growing. And that has to be factored into all the negotiations in this year, which we will be coming up. And more than, as I was telling you, there are 3 big events in this world, but more than this, summit is different because it is taking place first time after the oil prices have hit nearly $40 per barrel. It has a very important bearing of how we consume. Oil prices, which were continuously rising since Millennium Development Goals were finalized, we are now in a different frame of reference in climate change. The game is changing over fossil fuel. Our thinking and our policies need to seize this historic opportunity to launch inclusive development by action on climate change. At the same time, this is the year when new government under PM Modi has started raising ambitions and aspirations of the people at accelerated speed, not only in India, but globally. And as Schwarzenegger has rightly pointed out, 100,000 megawatt is not a small thing. It means that 145 million tons of carbon emissions saved per year. And this we are doing not by 2022, but we will complete this. We will achieve our 100,000 megawatt target of renewable energy by 2020. So this is the pre-2020 action by India, which was not mandated as a non-annexed country in the Kyoto regime. We were not mandated to do that, but we are still doing it because we are doing it on our own commitment, on our own conviction, on our own volition. We have no pressures. Nobody has exercising pressure, and Modi government is not in the habit of taking pressures also. But we take our own actions. We have a pressure, and Prime Minister said it very clearly when Obama visited. He said that, yes, we have a pressure presented by the climate change, and pressure of the future generations, that they have the same right to have the planet which is safe to live with a quality of life where it is maintained. And that is why we are taking pressure of the new generation and their aspirations, and that intergenerational equity is what we are considering. And this is not one instance of Modi ji telling us that go renewable. It is all sustainable development goals on which we want to walk the clean energy path. If we want to sum up, yesterday there was a report that Delhi is the bad city. But let me tell you, I'm not going into the negating something that, oh, we have 20 monitoring stations, you have picked up only one station, or these are facts. But at the same time, let me also tell you, all cities globally are becoming worse because of vehicular pollution, because of many other geographical factors in Delhi, particularly in a winter season when there is a burning all around the city in the western UPs and in Haryana and Punjab in the fields. It affects. There is a storm and the dust coming from Rajasthan and many other places. So there are many reasons why we get. But still, I think we have to make our cities better. Fresh air is my birthright, and I will have it. That should be the people's demand, and government is committed to provide clean water, clean air and clean energy. That is the way India wants to walk its own talk, and we have ambitions to walk this talk. Ban Ki-moon, as you rightly said, Swaznika, he is a passionate man. He was here a fortnight ago, and he visited our green building from where we operate. I will invite everybody to come to our building and see how this zero energy building, as an energy neutral building or even a positive energy, we consume half of what this size of buildings would have consumed, and we generate more than what we consume. So that's the, we lead by example, and Ban Ki-moon was there. We had a very good meeting, and we discussed the latest report, his report, The Road to Dignity. Road to Dignity, that all countries need to change, and a joint action in moving to final outcome of SDGs by September 2015. A sense of global common good. The target of reports is to achieve the dignity for all, which puts human face to the SDGs. And I think that's very important. In Lima meeting of climate change, India took a lead in conceptualizing that climate negotiations are not only for the government diplomats, but for the common man and poor people who are most vulnerable to climate change. Impacts of climate change in India would be felt, and if IPCC report is to be believed, and we should, because it's science, and it says that even agriculture will suffer in Southeast Asia by 10 to 15%. And that's why we are launching a new program, aggressive afforestation program, accelerated afforestation with $6 billion, a new carbon sinks we will create to balance the things. So finally, I'll expect that TERI has organizing this DSDS conference always in Delhi very successfully, and the world leaders come here and discuss various things. But now I'll also ask that next time TERI organizes somewhere near in the rural background, because they are the people who are really suffering, who have the right to grow, and still they have right to have a clean, fresh air, a fresh water, and also a sustainable place to live in. And to that end, we all will work together, and India will do its job under the leadership of Narendra Modi. Thank you. Thanks once again.